Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I want to talk about a time-limited event that you can do right now during this week. And with this event, you will be able to get some pretty cool transmog items. So this event is the Trial of Style. This is an event, as you can see, that just started today and that will last until next week on March 27. And basically, this event is something that happens a few times a year, but as you can see, it's pretty rare. For instance, right now, the next time it will happen will be in August. And so for that reason, you really want to make sure to participate during this week in the event and to make sure to have enough currency in order to buy the different transmog items that you like. So the way it works is pretty simple. You want to go and talk to the different transmogrifiers in the main capital cities. Here, personally, I always go in Dalaran because you can use your Dalaran Earthstone in order to arrive in the city and directly go and talk to this guy right here. And then you want to click on I want to participate in the trial style. And like that, as you can see, you will be joining the queue in order to participate in the event. Sadly, this is not something you can do through the group finder. There's no easy way for you to queue up, so you will need to go and talk to these different transmogrifiers. But again, at least like that, you will then be able to join pretty fast because this is something that requires 5 to 6 players. And so it's pretty easy for you to find a group and to join the event. Once you're inside, all you have to do is to wait for the main theme to appear. When you see the theme, you will then have 1 minute and a half to choose your transmog so you can build your transmog set. And when the time is done, you will then have a few rounds where 2 people will be going on the main stage and will have to show their transmogs, and then you can vote for which transmog you prefer. And at the end, the people who have got the most votes will be ranked, and you will get the prizes when you are ranked 3, 2, or 1st. And each time, even when you're not amongst the 3 main winners, you will be able to receive some little packages, and inside you will get these different trial style tokens, which is the main currency for this event. And then with these different trial style tokens, you want to go again and talk to the different transmogrifiers. And here you will be able to see exactly all the things that these different vendors are selling. So first of all, we have a few transmog sets. As you can see, for instance, here for clove players, we have this one right here. Then we have this one for leather players. Then we have this one for mail players. And finally, we have this one for plate players. Then we have this over set for cloth, this over one for leather, this over one for mail, and this over one for plates. Then we have another series of these sets. So there is the cloth one here, there is the leather one here, there is the mail one, and finally you also have the plate ones. So all these different sets will cost you 60 of these different tokens, which is pretty easy to get. If you win one of these trial style, you will get directly 60 of them. So this is very easy to get. Then next to that, we have a bunch of other cosmetic items. So for instance, here, as you can see, we have a bunch of boots. So we have all these different models right here. Some of them are actually very nice. For instance, you have these ones that are pretty cool. Then we have a bunch of belts. And what's interesting is that some of them complete some of the transmog sets and tier sets from previous expansions. So this is something that can be pretty useful if you are looking into finishing some of these different transmog sets on some of your characters. So as you can see, we have a bunch of these different boots and belts, which again, I think is pretty nice because some of them are actually very decent. Then next to that, we also have a bunch of weapons. So for instance, here, as you can see, we have this sword right here, which will cost you 50 of the different tokens. Then we have this other one, which is a 2-handed sword. We also have this dagger, which I think looks pretty cool as well. We then have the Jade Argus, which, I mean, this one is super, super cool. We then have the Zealot Sprayer Staff. And we also have this gun right here, which is very unique and very nice overall. Then we also have a bunch of hats. So for instance, here you have this one. You also have this little hat. You have different version of these different beanies, as you can see. And then we have a bunch of pirate hats as well. So you really have like a lot of things you can buy. Then we also have a bunch of tabards, of shirts. So here I cannot show all of them to you, but these are pretty nice as well overall. So if you like shirts, this is a good time for you to get some of them. And finally, we also have a bunch of new items that were added, as you can see, with each patch. And these are recolored versions of some of the items from the training post. So for instance, here you have all these different items right here. You also have this one. You also have the shoulders. And then you have all these recent ones that have been added with patch 11.1. So you have this Vigilante Sepia mask. You also have this one right here. You have all these different models of these legs. And finally, you also have all the different models for the boots. And you have a few different colors for these ones. And as you can see, you have all of them. So at least if you missed some of them through the trading post, you can buy them with these different tokens right here, which are way easier to get than the ones from the trading post. And keep in mind, these items won't be removed. It's just a little bit annoying for you to get them because, again, as soon as the trial style is done, there is no other way for you to get some of these different tokens. And so you need to wait for the next event. And these are pretty short, only 1 week. So that's why I'm always trying to make a video when one of these events is up, so you have time to really participate and get the rewards that you want. Also here, just a few tips for you to maybe win some of these different events. So first of all, if you don't like really the race of the character you're playing on, if for instance, there is a team that might be better if you're playing on a female character or on a male character, or maybe with, who knows, on a blood elf or on a dwarf, what you can do is use the different glyphal glamour, which are these different items you can use to then transform yourself into another race. And players will see the race that you have, not the main one of your character, but the one that you're using with the glyphal glamour. So like that, it might help you to maybe build better sets and to have better chances at winning. Same, you can of course use all the different toys that allows you to change your race. For instance, the atomic recalibrator. You have all the different orb of deceptions, this type of things. So just something for you to remember. You can use these different toys and people will see the appearance that you have with the toy. So just something to note. Then also, if you're really not sure about how to build certain sets, especially sometimes the themes are very specific, what you can do is simply download the add-on Transmog Roulette. And like that, you can click right here. And as you can see, it will build some sets for you. And most of them are ridiculous, but who knows, maybe at some point you will get some inspiration. And also sometimes having a ridiculous set like that might help and people might vote for you just because it looks a little bit ridiculous again. So again, I would recommend you to maybe download that. That might help to get some inspiration and maybe to win with these different randomized sets. And finally, the last add-on that you can get is also the one that allows you to see the extra sets. So here, as you can see, you will be able to see all these extra sets and not just the main tier sets because, again, sometimes here it will help you to build some sets using some of these existing already sets in the game. So just something for you to consider as well getting because, again, see, it can be really useful sometimes when you are doing this type of transmog events. And this specific add-on is called, let me find it right here, it's the Better Wardrobe add-on. So you just want to make sure to add this one and also Transmog Roulettes. And with these two, you will hopefully be able to win some of these different trial style events. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos. And in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye.